Hi, I am Kelly Webb, the Director for Secondary English Language Arts for Fulton County Schools. In our video, How Do Children Learn to Read?, Sarah Schwartz highlighted the importance of systematic and explicit phonics instruction for teaching students how to crack the alphabetic code. Did you wonder why she referred to reading as cracking the code? Remember, learning to read is not natural. The English language has adopted spelling patterns from many other languages, which makes our alphabetic code even more complicated. Through the systematic and explicit phonics instruction a teacher provides, the students learn that a phoneme is an individual speech sound in a word, and that a grapheme is a letter or letter combination that represents those sounds in the printed word. In the English language, there are 26 letters in the alphabet, but 44 phonemes or speech sounds. For example, the letter A is pronounced with the short vowel sound A, as in the word cat, but with the long vowel sound A, as in baby. In written English, each sound is spelled with a letter or letter combination. For example, the long vowel A sound in baby, A, is represented by just one letter, the letter A, while the long vowel A sound A in 8 is represented by the letter combination E-I-G-H. The goal of systematic and explicit phonics instruction is to teach the phoneme-grapheme correspondences so that students begin to recognize whole words automatically. Reading out loud and receiving appropriate feedback is essential for developing readers. However, our teachers only have so many ears. As a literacy volunteer, you may be asked to listen to a child or a small group of children read. While listening, you will encounter many children who get stuck and are unable to read certain words. In this video, you will learn 2 strategies for helping students crack the code, and 1 for building automaticity and confidence while reading. Have you ever listened to a child read and noticed what they do when they get stuck on a word? Some children will mumble through or skip the word and keep reading. Some will look to the pictures to find a word that makes sense, while others will use the first letter and make a guess using a word they already know that makes sense to them in the moment. All of these are common, but they are not strategies that proficient readers use. As a literacy volunteer, you do not want to encourage the use of these strategies. So what can you do? When a child gets stuck on a word, we want to prompt the child by telling them to look carefully at all the letters, sound out the word, and ask themselves if that word makes sense. Sometimes the student will read the word incorrectly and realize that it does not make sense. At that point, you should note where the child was confused and explicitly explain the sounds of specific letters or letter combinations. Ask the child to reread the sentence with the correct word. Let's observe how Miss Lee assists Will when he becomes stuck on a word.
"Poor frog," said Toad. "He must be very sad. I will cheer him up." Toad ran home. He made sandwiches. He made a...
Good job. You're sounding out that first sound again. So what was that first sound you heard? P, p. All right, good. So this word, we're going to sound out each sound, and then I'm going to see if you can tell me the word after we sound it out. All right, so we're going to tap out the sounds. The first sound is P. The next sound is I. The next sound is Ch. Ch. Let me Ch. Very good. And the last sound is Let me hear you say Okay, let's do it again. P, I, Ch, All right, let's do it one more time. P, I, Ch, All right, let's say it all together. Picture. Good job. Picture. A picture is just like it's almost like a not a vase, but like a large item that you can pour liquids in. So you can fill it with tea, you can fill it with water, and it has a handle. And when guests come over, or if you want to use it to pour drinks, you can do that. So it has like a handle and you can pour drinks into cups with a pitcher. Okay, good job sounding that out. All right, let's see, what did he make a picture of? Let's read that sentence now that you have that word, and see what he put in his picture. Start here.
He made a pitcher of iced tea.
Good job.
He put everything in a basket.
Excellent.
Did you notice how Miss Lee tapped out each sound in the word pitcher, explained what a pitcher is within the context of the story, and had Will reread the sentence that included the word pitcher? As children get older, the books they read contain more multisyllabic words. These longer words can be intimidating for developing readers. I'm sure you would like a few tips for helping children break longer words into more manageable parts. Through their phonics instruction, children learn that words can be divided into syllables. A syllable is a unit of pronunciation organized around a vowel. Children are taught 3 basic principles for dividing words into syllables that you can reinforce when they get stuck reading a longer word. Principle 1. 2 consonants between 2 vowels. When vowels have 2 adjacent consonants between them, we divide between the consonants. For example, let's think about the word napkin. If we divide napkin between the 2 consonants P and K, we have 2 manageable chunks that will likely be more familiar to a developing reader. Nap-kin. Principle number 2. 1 consonant between 2 vowels. First, try dividing the word after the first vowel and before the consonant. Let's try this principle in the word rival. If we divide the word after the I and before the A, the first syllable says ri with a long vowel sound I, and the second syllable says vul to make the word rival. This will mean that the first syllable ends with the long vowel sound I, as in ri. This principle works about 75% of the time, but it doesn't work for all words. Let's try the word river. If we divide the word after the I, it does not make the long I sound. We don't say river, we say river. When the word does not make sense, have the child divide after the consonant. Riv-er. River is a word we know. Principle number 3. Consonant blends and digraphs stick together. Let's try this principle with the word secret. The letters C and R in secret are a consonant blend in which the 2 letters stay together and you hear both of the sounds. Therefore, we don't break the word between the C and the R in secret like we did with the word napkin, because the CR is a blend. We must keep those letters and sounds together and pronounce the word secret to make the word secret. Let's observe how Miss Lee prompts Will when he gets stuck on a multisyllabic word.
Through the windows. He looked in the
All right, good job. You're thinking about the beginning sound in this word. All right, what beginning sound are you trying to say? What's that beginning sound? You were saying it. G. Very good. Very good. This word is garden. I want us to clap out the syllables that we hear in garden. Okay, so let's clap them together. What do we hear? Garden. Garden. So we hear how many syllables?
2.
2. All right, good job. Excellent. Garden. A garden is like a small area of land where you can plant fruit, vegetables, or even plants, flowers even. So a garden is just a small area of land where different things can be grown. And so Toad was looking for Frog, couldn't find him, and so he looked in his garden where Frog plants all of these things, and he still didn't see him there. Excellent job. All right, let's read that last sentence on this page.
He did not see Frog.
Excellent.
Did you notice how Mrs. Lee supported Will when he got stuck on the word garden? She recognized that he could read the beginning sound and helped him break the word garden into 2 syllables by clapping out the syllables. By clapping the syllables, Miss Lee demonstrated for Will how to divide garden between the R and the D, like in the word napkin, where we divided the word between the P and the K. She then explained what a garden is, so that when he encounters the word in the future, he will understand what it means. Children develop confidence in reading as they develop automaticity and accuracy in recognizing words. If you are working with a developing reader who lacks confidence and is hesitant or labored in their reading, you might try simultaneous oral reading with the child. In working one-on-one with a student, you read simultaneously with or slightly ahead of the child, modeling good phrasing and providing a sense of fluent reading. Your voice will pull the child along. For simultaneous oral reading, ask the teacher for a book that the child reads with relative accuracy. Use the tip strategy to tune in with the child and introduce the book. Explain that the 2 of you will try to read a section of the text with one voice. You will begin by reading a section of the text aloud, using good expression while the student follows along with a finger or pencil eraser. After reading the section, point out and explain any challenging vocabulary. Now, read the same section aloud with the student, trying to read with one voice. Track the text with your finger, leading the child along. Repeat the reading of the section together 2 or 3 times until the student is ready to read the section independently. Summarize the section with the student. Let's observe how Miss Lee engages Will in simultaneous oral reading.
Let's see if we can read this page together.
Frog pulled Toad up onto the island. Toad looked in the basket. The sandwiches were wet. The pitcher of iced tea was empty. Our lunch is spoiled, said Toad. I made it for you, Frog, so that you would be happy.
Did you notice how Miss Lee tracked the text for Will with her finger, leading him through reading the text on the page? As Will reads the page a second time by himself, he will have more confidence and automaticity when he tackles the words garden and pitcher. You now have the strategies you need to effectively assist developing readers in tackling tough words while building their confidence and automaticity. Please download the Word Attack and Simultaneous Oral Reading Reference Guides on this webpage to take with you as you read with children in one of the Fulton County schools in your community. Thank you for your time and for helping build confident readers across our district.